It's Mindy from Time to Unwind, and I have bunches of stuff here. I haven't shown you anything I've gotten from Darn Good Yarns in a while, primarily because so often when I get things from Darn Good Yarn, there are gifts in the shipment, and it's probably not a good idea to show things that are going to other people before, they get them. So, so I'm going to show you a number of things that are interesting that I've gotten. And let's just see what they are. And I've opened a lot of the packaging so that we can just look at what they are. And you can see what they are without my actually wasting that much time. Now, these are a couple of skeins of banana fiber yarn. And I'm not absolutely positive when I received these, so I'm not even going to try to tell you that sort of thing. But in the last couple of months here, when I was getting gifts and things at the same time, and each one of these is 100 grams, and I got the kaleidoscope color just because I think it looks cool. And I've never used it. I've got a couple of these. Like I say, I've been kind of, some things I'm just saving up. And so I've got 2 of these. I've got at least 1 more. And so I'm thinking I'm getting about to the point where I'm going to put them in balls and make use of them. Now, what they do is they use some of the fibers from the plant, and they dye them. So this is what you'd call a vegan one, which I'm sorry. No animals were killed to produce this yarn, just plants. But it's got a nice silky sort of smooth texture, and I think it'll be fun to use. So like I say, I've got a number of those, and those are 100 grams each. And as to weight, those are considered a worsted weight, and you would use a well, it doesn't give, a 5.5 to 6.5 or a US 9K crochet hook, or a 4 to 5 millimeter 7 to 9 knitting needles. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. That should be interesting, and it's a silky sort of yarn. Feels kind of heavy and dense. Okay, what else do I have here that I've gotten over the last period of time? I got a mystery yarn bag, and this has a number of things in. These are all balls as opposed to in hanks. And so here we have Turkish Sunset Blended Wool Yarn, Berry Burst. This is a number 2 weight, and it does look like number 2. And it's 50% recycled yarn, 50% recycled polyester. So they're really big on the recycled. And And this is 50 grams, 190 yards. It's machine wash, don't iron. And do you think I remember what that one is? I think you probably better lay this one flat to dry. And they're suggesting crochet 3.5 to 4.5 millimeter, E4 to 7, and knitting they're saying 3 to 5 US, or stuck inside, 3.25 to 3.75 knitting needles. This is soft, but it's not the softest. It'll probably make a good solid something that could use some wear. How much is weight-wise? What do we have here? It's on the inside of this ball, and I don't want to undo that. 50 grams, 100 yards. Children's socks would be a good thing. Maybe mittens. Here we have again in the mystery yarn bag. This is cotton Cloud 9 blend in the colorway lime. You can wash it, you can iron it. Don't know what that means. It's 90% cotton, 10% polyester. They're 50 grams, 120 yards. It's a very textural yarn. Nubby and thick and thin. And they're suggesting hook sizes 4.5 to 5.57 or I9 crochet hook. Knitting needles 3.75 to 4.5 millimeter or 5 to 7 US. They're calling this a 3. I suppose I would agree with that. It's soft. It's a nice soft one. And there's one more thing in their mystery yarn thing. Whoops, and it's coming undone. And this feels like, why can't I find the beginning of the label? This is Ankara bamboo lace weight yarn. Blue raspberry is the color. And it's 50% bamboo, 50% viscose. 50 grams, 250 yards. And obviously, since it's lace weight, you're going to use it at a lace. They're going to give you crochet gauges, and they're going to say really fine things like crochet hook size B1, 1.6 to 1.4 milli, 1 point, I can't read it. They're gonna use fine hooks, and 1.5 to 2.25 millimeters, or US 000 to 1 is what they're going to suggest for needles. Well, if I'm going to use this, when I do lace weight like this, I like to use the Shetland lace mindset and use about a 6 or a 7 knitting needle to make it really open and lacy. So I don't really pay attention to that gauge. But yeah, this is a nice lace weight. I would buy this again, although I wish it were in bigger balls. So this was a mystery bag, which I got mostly so I could see some different things without investing a lot. And I got it when it was on sale. And their sales can be pretty good. So their sales can be worthwhile. And what came in here with that? Well, sorry, I didn't even notice that. I probably did when I got it. Oh, and you can get, for this one, you can get a subscription. I didn't. And this is talking about their subscription packs. And you can look those up on their site, their various subscriptions packs. Some of those have changed. So let's see what's next. Oh, how about some sock boxes, I believe. And I don't know what's going on with the sock club currently. Kind of. Their sock of the month isn't bad. I just don't like the fact, I'm not really thrilled with the fact that you don't get enough to really do crocheted socks. And I'm kind of in the mood for crocheted socks right now. But they give you enough for knit socks, and I kind of like that. But then let's look at this yarn in this one. Ooh, soft, really nice and soft. This is hand-dyed, self-striping. What kind of yarn do we have here? Superwash merino. Yeah, I believe that. It is nice. It is nice and soft. 2 30-gram balls. That's why I can't crochet socks with them, and I would really like them to be 50 grams. But here are the suggested patterns. Well, you can only do a slipper. They're calling it a sock, but it's a slipper. But you can get a sock out of there. Out of the knit, if you follow their pattern. And so there are 2 of them. The color is beautiful. They're soft. And they are 75% extra fine merino and 25% nylons, so they are a typical sock weight. They're a number one. These would be great lace weight too. I love the colorway. I would probably be tempted to use these as for lace. I haven't done much lace lately. They are so soft. Okay, let me see if I can get the sequence of this box put back together. I do like the yarn. The amount is a little scant. But if I wanted to do a something in lace, that would be a great one. Okay, what do we have next? I do like self-striping. As you can see, I was a Sock of the Month Club member. So I'm showing you some. And this one was also a size 1. It is also extra fine superwash merino. Can you see if I'm holding that so you can see what I'm looking at? It's also extra fine merino and 75% extra fine merino, 25% nylon. And you can wash this and dry it, I would say. And it just says color 53. I don't know what I don't think they have actually named it, but I like it. It's there's a little more brown to it. The center has got there are purples in the center and bright greens, blues, browns. It's really got some interesting things in there. And it looks like it's pretty much always or very often. Now this is, okay, they're calling this Autumn Forest, and it's a Lana sock yarn. They always show you the artisans, and so that's cool. They give a whole booklet, and it gives you a lot of information. Again, this is nice, this is soft, this is very fine, and for me, I have to wear 2 pairs of heavy socks most of the year until it's above 70 degrees, and then I only have to wear 1 pair because of my circulation. Heaven only knows why my circulation's like that. I started having to do that when I was walking like up to 10 miles a day. So it doesn't make sense to me, but there you go. So, and now I have 1 more of these that I'm going to show you. I've got more on the shelf, but I've got this big bag too I want to go through that it just came in the mail. So I really am looking forward to that. So, backlog things. I'm not going to show you all the backlog. So this one is ooh, it's kind of pretty. Again, it's a number 1. It's hard for me to read. It's 130 yards per ball, 30 grams, 75% extra fine merino, 25% nylon. It's super wash. You can wash and dry it. It's Turkish yarn. It's nice. And they always point out that this is good, that there's that they employ artisans in whichever country that they're working with for this, to make sure that these are people who otherwise would have difficulty in getting employment otherwise. And it's nice. They this one's called Northern Lights, and it's nice because they'll highlight an artisan, and look, here I am shining extra light so you can see more color. Blues and grays and greens. This is nice. You can pretty much see the same colors. And it's very soft. It's soft, and like I say, it's finer than I like to use for my own socks. And it's not enough. But it's great lace weight. Not gonna lie to you, I would use it as lace weight. So I may do a mixed thing, get all my sock yarns together and from them and do a mixed weight, because I have a couple more months worth since I joined, but I don't know what's happening with the Sock of the Month Club. They bought out the memberships, and I opted for a gift card. And with my gift card, which I didn't 100% use out, they looking to see what exciting things they've told us. I'll meet the artisans, and they've got that in here, and because they always highlight some of the people working on it, or the process, or there's a lot of cool stuff. And yarn of the month and all that. It's a nice, the idea is wonderful, because they do a lot with recycling and reprocessing and things, and with giving work to people who otherwise would be having a hard time getting work. Now this time I thought I had all the bags open, and I see I have eggs in here that I didn't open. So what I said before about not showing things is from them because I get a lot of gifts from them. I'll show you something that, well, I got a gift from them, and my son's, one of the gifts was these socks, and my son has worn his so much that he's afraid he's wearing them out. These are slipper socks, and he loves them, and he wears them constantly when he's home. I don't know if he took the hair up to school with him or not, but when he's home, he wears them constantly. And so with my gift club thing, I bought a couple more pairs for him. Now these are fleece-lined wool socks, and this particular pattern is called the Alps. It's kind of pretty. Little tealish. And they are lined with a thin fleece layer. And they're basically, when you order them, they're one size, and that size is not necessarily, you don't really know. Some of them are kind of long in the foot. My son doesn't care. When I was ordering them at Christmas time, I actually put a request in the notes to try to package some with shorter feet because I was ordering them for people with little feet. And they made an effort to get me some short-footed ones as opposed to the really long-footed ones. The guys will often need the longer feet, but my mother and long feet, no. And some of the other people in the family have just tiny feet. So there's one pair that I got for him. This will allow him to take some up to school. Now these particular ones, he may have to roll down at the top because he's got, his legs come from my family, which means they're not dainty and delicate. Come on, I know I got more stuff in here. And I got another pair of socks for him. Same kind, different pattern. How do they package things? Ooh. They got stuff packaged together. So here's the second pair. And these are pretty. And this particular pair is Swiss Alps. Swiss Alps have a bigger, in this particular case, have a wider top, so he won't have a problem with those. They have the shorter foot this time. So actually, he may wear these, and that other pair may go to one of my other sons. Because I've got a son with skinnier legs and longer feet, too. So my family's quite diverse. But these are nice, and they're lined completely with this fleece, and they are nice and warm. And I've actually caught my son who wanted more, stuffing his feet in these with his shoes on when going to the doctor, when he had what they so kindly referred to as, well, it was whatever was going around. What can I say? What do we have here? Oh, since I'm a member of some things, I can get the free membership pin. And I got one, and he might be able to use that on his tie. It's the clip back kind. And it never has a tie pin. So I got a package of these, and obviously they didn't all fit in the package. So actually, I didn't know I got this many. So let me make sure that these are all the same, because I'm beginning to wonder if I got two different things here. This is recycled silk yarn. Colorway is Spice Market. It's a number 3. And it's hand wash. And it's fuzzy and colorful. Okay. It's pretty. I will find use, but I'm wanting to know if this is also recycled silk. And is this all the same, or do I have different? This is called, I order things and don't always remember what I ordered. I don't pull up the, really don't feel like, I don't have a separate machine open here, or computer that is, and I don't, so I'm not going to try to pull up my invoice. Oh my golly, these are pretty though. Oh my golly. They're not all the same. They're all a little different. This is, oh my. These are all the Spice Market colorway, but look at how individual they are. Excuse me, I have to get this out of the way so I can see what I'm doing here. Each one is the same and yet different. So there. Where are the rest of these so I can show you all of them? I am fascinated. I mean, they will all work together, but oh my. Now this looks teal on my screen, but to my eyes, this looks like emerald green. It's really gorgeous. I love jewel tones. And these say 3. Honestly, they say 3. And I'm almost inclined to think of them as a 2. Although a few of them have spots that might qualify as 3. So there's not total regularity. This ball is almost marled. It's probably, there are a couple balls with marling in, but this is almost completely marled. It's probably, oh, it's not bad. Some marling is hard on my astigmatism. Nothing like getting sick while you're oh, isn't this one pretty? These will be fun to work with. Again, they're number 3, but to me they're really, really thin 3. I mean, some points they're really thin. And I thought I already saw that. Yes, somehow they gave me 2 of these. So I'm not really paying attention because they usually only give you 1. So, however, so now my son has 2 tie pins. So I'm going to put those aside so that so I don't accidentally throw them away. But so I'll get rid of this. But this is intriguing. I can't decide what I'm going to do with it, but the colorways were so pretty. Each one of these balls is how much? 100 grams. 75 yards. And it does say it's a light 3. I'll say it's light. And it's recycled silk. Yeah. And this is out of India. Handmade in India. So I tend to buy a lot of their things when they're on sale as opposed to when they're full price. But I did get into the Sock of the Month clubs when they first started, and the Yarn of the Month clubs. I do like their quality as a general rule. I don't always like their quantity for my projects, but I usually like their quality. So that's all I'm going to show you today. That's enough. But Darn Good Yarns is recycled, which is good. They use, they go to artisans. I always want to say artesian, and that's type of well, but artisans, and they even introduce them to you. It's a nice company, but you're not going to get large quantities for cheap prices. It's not a big box store. And so it's the sort of place I go to get stuff on sale, or someplace where I can save up to make a project. And this was on sale, and so I got the 10-pack. And I also had a gift card. And they do have gift cards, so save up, and I think I can do something. I just can't decide what. I usually don't do really loud lace, but this would do some pretty interesting lace. I keep thinking about lace. I know I'm going to have to do some knitting. Lace projects take me forever. So, if you enjoyed this, hit the like button. Well, hit the like button anyways. I like people to hit the like button. And if you've bought from Darn Good Yarns, put a comment down below. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. And certainly hit the notification button so you'll know when I'm back with something more. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.